Chosen one. This moment is not finding you by accident. You did not wander here. You were guided. You were summoned by divine timing and perfect alignment. Heaven has orchestrated this encounter with precision, and the fact that you are listening right now is evidence that an appointed hour has arrived for you. Anointed one, pause and recognize what is happening in the unseen. God is not late. God is not early. He is exact. And this is your Kairos moment, the time when what was delayed suddenly moves. Chosen one. You are standing at the edge of a supernatural shift. What you have been sensing in your spirit, the restlessness, the quiet anticipation, the feeling that something is about to break open, is not imagination. It is confirmation. Scripture reminds us in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 that there is a time for every purpose under heaven, and Isaiah chapter 60 verse 22 declares that when the time is right, God will make it happen swiftly. That time is now drawing near for you, anointed one. This message is an invitation and a warning. Do not dismiss it lightly. What God has prepared is already in motion, and what he has spoken will surely come to pass, just as Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 assures us that the vision awaits its appointed time. Today, tonight, or in the coming days, something is shifting in your body, your spirit, or your circumstances. Open your heart, still your mind. Expect transformation, because heaven is speaking, and this message is meant specifically for you. Chosen one. Before anything else unfolds, I want you to understand this with absolute clarity. Heaven is already involved in your situation. This is not a motivational moment, and this is not emotional build-up. This is intervention. I've learned through lived experience that when God interrupts your routine this way, it's because something has reached its appointed weight. There comes a point when what you've been carrying in silence can no longer stay hidden in the unseen, and God steps in to shift the balance. That is where you are standing right now. Anointed one. I know what it feels like to fight battles no one applauds, to show up every day while privately wondering how much longer you can keep carrying the load. There were seasons in my own life when I smiled in public and unraveled in private, when I did everything right, yet nothing seemed to move. What I didn't realize at the time was that heaven was not ignoring me, it was aligning me. God does not rush preparation, but he also does not waste pain. Every delay you survived refined your discernment, your stamina, and your authority in ways comfort never could. Chosen one. God has seen the financial pressure you've been under, the moments you stretched what didn't seem stretchable, the times you trusted him anyway, even when logic said you shouldn't. He has seen the prayers you whispered instead of shouted because you were too tired to explain yourself again. This is where divine transfer begins, not in abundance first, but in trust forged under pressure. I can tell you firsthand, the breakthrough doesn't arrive when everything looks ready. Heaven is not dramatic when it works, it is precise. You may not feel excited yet, and that's okay. Sometimes the most powerful shifts arrive with calm certainty, not noise. This is one of those moments. God is not asking you to hype yourself up. He is asking you to stay present. Chosen one. I want you to hear this clearly. What you are stepping into is not random favor. It is alignment, catching up with obedience. There is a difference. Random favor surprises you. Aligned favor recognizes you. I've watched opportunities come back around years later, not because I chased them harder, but because I had become the person who could carry them without breaking. That is what God has been doing with you. He has been strengthening your inner world so your outer world can expand without collapsing you. Anointed One, this is also why you felt an unusual separation recently. Fewer explanations, fewer distractions, less tolerance for what drains you. That is not isolation, it is refinement. God often quiets the environment before he releases provision, because noise distorts discernment. What's coming requires clarity, not chaos. You're being positioned to recognize the right doors when they open, not just any open door. Chosen One. There is a transfer coming that touches more than finances. Yes, provision is involved. Yes, promotion is involved. But more importantly, authority is being restored. The kind of authority that allows you to walk into rooms without shrinking to speak, without second-guessing your worth to receive without guilt. I remember the first time I realized God wasn't just helping me survive anymore, he was preparing me to lead. That realization was both humbling and terrifying because it meant I could no longer hide behind old limitations. Anointed One. Heaven is not rewarding perfection. It is honoring perseverance. Scripture reminds us in Isaiah chapter 60 verse 22 that when the time is right, God makes it happen swiftly. Swift does not mean careless. It means everything that looked delayed suddenly aligns at once. That is why this season feels charged. That is why your spirit has been restless. You are nearing convergence. Chosen One, stay here, stay open. Stay surrendered. What God is unfolding now will make sense soon, but only if you don't rush ahead of it. This is not the moment to scroll past or disengage. This is the moment to listen with your spirit, because what comes next will clarify why heaven said this message was meant specifically for you, Chosen One. There is a reason this moment feels heavier than inspiration and deeper than encouragement. This is not a message meant to comfort you where you are. It is meant to move you. Heaven does not speak this clearly unless something is ready to shift. I want to speak to you not just as a voice guiding you, but as someone who has stood in seasons where nothing changed on the outside while everything was being restructured on the inside. Those seasons are confusing because they feel like delay when they are actually design. Anointed One. God has been dealing with your foundation. He has been asking hard questions of your heart, questions about motive, endurance, humility, and trust. Not because you were failing, but because what is coming requires stability. I remember a time when I prayed desperately for increase, for relief, for breakthrough, and God instead exposed areas in me that still reacted out of fear. At the time, it felt like correction. Looking back, it was protection. He was ensuring that when the door opened, I would not sabotage what he sent. Chosen One. Heaven is intervening now because your capacity has expanded. You have learned how to wait without quitting. You have learned how to obey without applause. You have learned how to carry responsibility without recognition. These are not small lessons. These are qualifications. Many want the outcome, but few survive the formation. You did. And because you did, God is now releasing what has been held back until your spirit could steward it wisely. Anointed One. This is where supernatural transfer begins to manifest. It often shows up quietly at first, through a conversation that feels unusually timely, an idea that suddenly carries weight, or an opportunity that seems ordinary but won't leave your spirit alone. Do not overlook small beginnings. I have learned that heaven rarely announces provision with fireworks. It usually whispers, "Pay attention." What you honor in seed form determines what you receive in harvest. Chosen. One financial breakthrough is not just about money, it is about flow. When God restores flow, things stop feeling stuck. Bills get handled differently. Resources stretch unexpectedly. Support arrives from places you didn't ask. Promotion finds you without striving. This is not luck. This is alignment. I have watched doors open for me simply because I was finally in the right position, internally no longer trying to force what God was trying to give freely. Anointed One. This is also a season of supernatural promotion. That promotion may not come with a title at first, but with influence. People begin to trust your voice. Your presence carries weight. Your words land differently. That is authority returning. You are being seen not because you demanded visibility, but because heaven removed the veil at the right time. When God promotes, He does not need your self-promotion. He defends what He elevates. Chosen. 1. Surrender is the key that unlocks this next phase. Not passive surrender, but active trust. The kind of trust that says, God, I will move when you say move, and I will wait when you say wait. I know how hard that is, especially when you've waited longer than you expected. But trust built under pressure carries power. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6 reminds us to trust the Lord with all our heart, because He directs paths we cannot see yet. Anointed One, do not misinterpret the quiet as stagnation. Heaven has been working behind the scenes, rearranging timelines, removing resistance and preparing connections. Some people who delayed you are being redirected out of your path. Others who are assigned to your future are being positioned to meet you. This is why discernment matters now more than excitement. Not every open door is yours, but the ones God opens will come with peace, not panic. Chosen One. I want you to stay grounded in this moment. Do not rush to explain what God is doing. Do not announce it prematurely. Protect the seed. I've learned that what God reveals to you privately is often meant to be grown before it is shared. There is wisdom in silence. There is power in patience. Let heaven finish what it started. Anointed One. What you are stepping into will make sense soon. The weight will lift. The fog will clear. And when it does, you will look back and realize this was the turning point. Not because everything changed instantly, but because you did. And that is where true transformation begins. Chosen One. There is a deep recalibration happening within you right now, and it is not loud, dramatic, or chaotic. It is quiet, intentional, and holy. Heaven often works this way when a person is being prepared for elevation. Before God shifts circumstances, He stabilizes identity. Before He releases increase, He strengthens perception. You may not feel overwhelmed anymore, and that absence of intensity might confuse you. But peace is not stagnation. Peace is readiness. I remember when my own life entered this phase, everything slowed down externally while clarity intensified internally. That was not delay. That was alignment settling in. Anointed One, you are no longer being trained to survive pressure. You are being prepared to steward momentum. Survival teaches endurance, but stewardship requires wisdom. This is why God has been softening your reactions and sharpening your discernment. Situations that once triggered fear now invite observation. People who once intimidated you now appear human. Problems that once felt impossible now feel manageable. This shift did not happen overnight. It was forged through long nights, unanswered prayers, and moments when you chose faith without evidence. Chosen One. God has been separating you from identities that were built out of necessity, not truth. You learned how to cope, how to adapt, how to endure, and those skills kept you alive. But they were never meant to define you forever. I had to unlearn this myself. I carried survival instincts into seasons of provision and wondered why peace felt unfamiliar. God showed me that I was still bracing for impact in rooms where He had already disarmed the threat. You are being invited to lay those defenses down. Anointed One. This is also why your confidence is becoming quieter but stronger. You no longer need validation to feel grounded. You no longer explain yourself as much. You no longer chase reassurance. That is not withdrawal. That is authority settling into place. When heaven restores authority, it removes the need to prove. You begin to trust your inner witness again. Decisions become simpler. Boundaries become clearer. Confusion loses its voice. Chosen One, there is a financial and material aspect to this shift, but it begins internally. God does not flood a nervous system that cannot rest. He does not release abundance into a mind trained to expect loss. So He healed your expectations first. You may notice that your relationship with money, work, and provision feels calmer, less panic, less striving, more trust. That calm is not passivity, it is alignment. I have seen provision arrive most powerfully when I stopped gripping it with fear. Anointed One, pay attention to the subtle confirmations appearing around you. A timely solution, a delayed issue resolving without stress, an idea that feels light instead of heavy. These are signals that flow is returning. Heaven does not overwhelm the chosen. It teaches them how to receive. What you honor in these small shifts determines how you will carry greater ones. Chosen One, relationships are also being adjusted in this season. Some people are drifting without conflict, and others are stepping closer without effort. Let this happen without resistance. I once fought to keep connections God was quietly releasing, and it delayed my peace. When I finally trusted His pruning, clarity followed. Not everyone who walked with you in survival can walk with you in stability. This is not rejection, it is redirection. Anointed One, you are learning to listen differently now, not for urgency, but for instruction, not for noise, but for clarity. This is how heaven speaks before promotion. Scripture reminds us that when the time is right, God makes it happen swiftly. Swiftly does not mean suddenly without preparation. It means everything aligns at once because the groundwork is complete. Chosen One. This is also the season where your trust matures from hope into certainty. You are no longer believing just because you need a breakthrough. You are believing because you recognize the voice leading you. That distinction matters. When faith matures, it stops asking for constant signs and starts responding to quiet direction. You may notice yourself less desperate for answers and more confident in timing. That is not complacency. That is spiritual maturity. I have learned that the deepest breakthroughs arrive when faith no longer feels frantic but anchored. This anchoring is what allows heaven to release more without shaking you. You are becoming stable enough to carry what once would have overwhelmed you. That stability is not something you forced. It was formed through obedience, reflection, and surrender. And now, as this segment closes, understand this truth deeply. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are aligned. And alignment always produces results at the appointed moment. Stay present, stay open, and stay faithful, because what unfolds next will confirm everything you believed. Chosen. 1. This next phase is about movement, not noise. Many people mistake stillness for delay, but you are learning that divine movement often begins internally before it becomes visible externally. God is not rushing you because he is not correcting a mistake. He is completing a process. When heaven initiates supernatural transfer, it does not drop it into chaos. It releases it into order. That is why your life has felt quieter but clearer, less dramatic, yet more intentional. Anointed One. I want to speak honestly here from lived experience. There were moments when I thought God had forgotten me because nothing was happening the way I imagined. But what I later realized was that God was protecting me from premature exposure. Exposure before readiness creates pressure instead of progress. You are being shielded until your footing is secure. That is not delay. That is mercy. Chosen One. Heaven is aligning timing, resources, and responsibility simultaneously. That is why you have felt stretched in your thinking. Old goals no longer satisfy you. Small visions feel incomplete. You are beginning to think in terms of sustainability, legacy, and impact. This is not ambition. This is calling expanding. God does not promote people who only think about escape. He promotes those who think about stewardship. Anointed One. This is also why you have been confronted with areas of control. God has been gently loosening your grip on outcomes, not because he wants you passive, but because trust is the currency of the next level. I remember when God asked me to release plans I was proud of. It felt like loss at first, but what he replaced them with carried peace and longevity. What you surrender now makes room for what lasts. Chosen One's supernatural promotion often feels anticlimactic at first. It comes disguised as responsibility, not applause. You may be entrusted with more influence, more decisions, more visibility, or more provision, but without immediate recognition. That is intentional. God tests how you carry weight before he multiplies it. Promotion that arrives quietly is often the most stable. Anointed One, pay attention to how your reactions are changing. You are no longer easily provoked. You are less defensive. You respond instead of react. That emotional regulation is not maturity alone. It is authority settling into place. When authority is present, chaos loses access. This is why peace is becoming your default. Heaven governs through peace, not panic. Chosen One. There is also a divine exchange happening in how you see effort. You are learning that striving drains, but alignment flows. Opportunities that require manipulation or compromise now feel heavy, but doors that are aligned feel almost effortless. I have learned to trust that feeling. God does not exhaust his people to bless them. He leads them into rhythms that sustain them. Anointed One. This is the season where your yes carries more weight than your hustle. Obedience is becoming more powerful than effort. You may notice that when you follow a gentle nudge, things fall into place faster than when you force a plan. That is because heaven is partnering with your obedience. Scripture reminds us that the steps of the righteous are ordered, not rushed. You are being ordered now. Chosen One, let me say this clearly. What is coming is not fragile. It does not depend on perfect conditions. It depends on alignment, and alignment is already in motion. The same God who carried you through lack will teach you how to carry abundance. The same God who taught you endurance will now teach you stewardship. Nothing you learned will be wasted. Anointed One, do not be surprised if some people misunderstand this version of you. Growth often confuses those who only knew your survival self. You are not obligated to explain your evolution. Let fruit speak. Let peace speak. Let consistency speak. heaven will defend what it builds. Chosen one, you are stepping into a phase where confirmation follows obedience, not the other way around. The next steps may not come with full clarity, but they will come with peace. Trust that peace. It is your compass now. I have learned that when peace remains even without answers, it means God is already ahead. Anointed one, stay faithful in the ordinary moments. Stay obedient in the quiet decisions. Stay grounded when things begin to move. This is how supernatural transfer becomes sustainable blessing. What God is doing now will not collapse under pressure because it was built in alignment. Chosen one, this segment closes with this truth. You are no longer waiting to be chosen. You are learning how to walk as one who already is. And that awareness changes everything that comes next. Chosen one. This phase is where trust stops being a concept and becomes a posture. You are no longer learning whether God is faithful. You are learning how to move as if you already know He is. That distinction changes everything. Faith at this level is not loud. It is settled. It does not rush ahead, and it does not fall apart when answers take time. It stands. I remember when I crossed into this place myself. Nothing external announced it, but internally, something locked into position. I stopped asking, will God come through, and started asking, how do I stay aligned while He does? Anointed one, God is teaching you to walk without emotional whiplash. In earlier seasons, good news lifted you too high, and bad news knocked you too low. That instability was not weakness, it was inexperience. Now your spirit is being trained to remain steady. This steadiness is essential for supernatural transfer. Heaven releases weight only to those who can carry it without being crushed or corrupted by it. Stability is not boring, it is powerful. Chosen one. This is also why impatience has been exposed recently. Not condemned, but revealed. God has been showing you where you still rush outcomes because waiting feels unsafe. I had to confront this in myself. I realized that I hurried not because I was ambitious, but because I was afraid things would disappear if I didn't grab them fast enough. God healed that fear by proving He does not tease His children with false promises. What He intends to give, He preserves until the right moment. Anointed one. There is a deeper rest entering your spirit now. Not physical rest, but spiritual rest. The kind that allows you to sleep even when things are unresolved. The kind that lets you say, I've done my part, and actually believe it. This rest is not passive. It is a sign of trust maturing. Scripture speaks of this rest as confidence in God's timing, a knowing that He finishes what He starts. Chosen one. Your prayers are changing as well. They are less frantic and more focused, less pleading and more partnering. You are no longer asking God to fix everything. You are asking Him how to steward what He is already fixing. That shift matters. When prayer becomes alignment instead of desperation, heaven responds differently. Doors don't just open, they stay open. Anointed one. Supernatural promotion is not always upward first. Sometimes it is inward. God is expanding your capacity to hold responsibility without resentment. You are being trained to lead without losing tenderness, to carry authority without losing humility. I learned that promotion without inner healing multiplies pressure. Promotion with healing multiplies peace. God chose peace for you. Chosen one. This is also the stage where discernment becomes sharper. You're more aware of what drains you and what strengthens you. You no longer confuse busyness with fruitfulness. Activity no longer impresses you. alignment does. This clarity will protect you in the next season because not every opportunity will be yours to take. Some will look good, but cost too much internally. Trust the quiet no. Anointed One, finances and resources are also responding to this shift. When fear loosens its grip, flow increases. You may notice that money feels less controlling and more functional. Provision becomes a tool, not a test. I remember the first time I realized money no longer dictated my peace. That freedom was greater than the amount itself. God is leading you into that same freedom because freedom precedes increase. Chosen One relationships will continue to realign here. You will notice that conversations are different, less surface, more substance. You may lose patience for drama or shallow connections, not out of pride, but because your spirit has matured. Let this happen naturally. God often uses relational shifts to protect future assignments. Anointed One, do not underestimate obedience in small things right now. A conversation you feel nudged to have, a boundary you feel prompted to set, a rest you feel called to take. These small obediences are stitching your future together. Heaven builds quietly before it reveals publicly. What you obey now determines what you will be trusted with later. Chosen One. I want to ground this in truth. You are not waiting on God as much as you think. God is positioning you, and positioning often feels like waiting until you realize it has been working the entire time. The waiting did not weaken you, it strengthened you. It taught you how to listen, how to rest, how to trust. Anointed One. This segment closes with this reminder. You are not behind schedule. You are on divine timing. The steadiness you feel is not stagnation. It is readiness, and readiness always precedes release. Chosen One. This stage is where clarity begins to replace anticipation. You are no longer sensing that something is coming. You are starting to recognize what it is. The fog that once surrounded your future is thinning, not because every detail has been revealed, but because your trust has stabilized. God does not reveal direction to calm anxiety. He reveals direction to those who are ready to move without panic. That readiness is now present in you. Anointed One. I want to speak honestly from experience. There was a time when I begged God for certainty, thinking that if I just knew more, I would feel stronger. What I learned is that certainty does not produce strength. Trust does. God withholds some details not to frustrate us, but to keep us close. You are entering a phase where closeness matters more than clarity, and that closeness is becoming your confidence. Chosen One. Heaven is now fine-tuning your discernment. You are noticing the difference between pressure and instruction. Pressure shouts, instruction settles. Pressure demands speed, instruction invites alignment. This distinction will protect you in the coming season because movement is increasing. Opportunities, conversations, and decisions will begin to come faster. Discernment will keep you from confusing urgency with calling. Anointed One. This is also where your spiritual authority becomes visible in everyday life, not through dramatic moments, but through consistency. You handle stress differently. You speak with more restraint. You choose peace more often. These are not personality changes. They are indicators that your inner foundation has shifted. Authority is not loud, it is stable, and stability changes atmospheres without trying. Chosen One. There is a transfer happening in how you relate to responsibility. You are no longer overwhelmed by it, but you respect it. That respect matters. God entrusts weight to those who do not treat it casually. I remember when responsibility used to feel like pressure to me. Now it feels like partnership. That shift did not happen when life got easier. It happened when I learned to stop carrying things God never asked me to carry alone. Anointed One, you may notice that your prayers are becoming simpler. Fewer words, more listening, less explanation, more alignment. That is maturity. Heaven responds quickly to simple prayers rooted in trust. You are learning how to pray from agreement, not desperation. That posture accelerates movement because it removes resistance. Chosen One this season will also test your patience in new ways. Not through waiting, but through pacing. Things will begin to move, but not all at once. God is teaching you rhythm. You do not have to say yes to everything just because things are finally opening. Wisdom knows when to move and when to pause. I have learned that saying no at the right time can protect what God is building more than saying yes to everything. Anointed One, relationships will continue to reveal their true alignment here. Some people will step into clearer roles, others will naturally step back. Do not chase clarity from people who are unsure of their place in your life. God is organizing your environment to support what He is releasing. Trust the arrangement even when it feels uncomfortable. Chosen One, finances and provision may also begin to shift more tangibly now. Not necessarily dramatically, but steadily. A sense of order replaces chaos. Planning feels possible again. Pressure begins to ease. This is not because everything is solved, but because flow has been restored. Flow is heaven's signature. When God is involved, things move. Anointed One, be mindful of comparison in this season. When movement begins, it is tempting to measure your progress against others. Resist that urge. Alignment is personal. What God is building in you follows your timeline, not theirs. I have learned that comparison only distorts gratitude and delays joy. Stay focused on your lane. Chosen One. This is also a season of embodiment. You are no longer just believing truth, you are living it. Trust is becoming action. Faith is becoming habit. Peace is becoming normal. That embodiment is what makes the next level sustainable. God is not just giving you something new, He is shaping you to carry it well. Anointed One, as this segment comes to a close, hold onto this truth. You're no longer preparing for alignment, you're walking in it. The clarity you feel is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Stay grounded, stay obedient, stay receptive. What unfolds next will not require striving, only faithfulness. Chosen One. This is the stage where what God has been forming within you begins to express itself outwardly in quiet but undeniable ways, not through sudden spectacle, not through loud announcements, but through alignment that speaks for itself. You may notice that situations which once required constant effort now seem to respond more easily. Conversations flow differently. Resistance feels lighter. Doors that once felt sealed no longer demand force. This is not luck, and it is not coincidence. This is the evidence of inner work becoming visible in real life. Anointed One. I want to speak to you from lived experience here. There was a season when I thought inner healing and spiritual alignment were abstract ideas, things that sounded good but did not always translate into results. Then something shifted. The external pressure did not disappear overnight, but my position within it changed. Problems no longer dictated my peace. Delays no longer defined my worth. I realized God had not removed every obstacle, but He had repositioned me above the fear of them. That is what is happening to you now. Chosen one, you are entering a phase where your presence carries authority without explanation. You do not need to prove yourself as much anymore. You do not need to over-explain your decisions. You may even notice that people respond to you with more respect, even if they cannot articulate why. Authority does not argue, it rests. Heaven backs what is aligned, and alignment creates a spiritual gravity that cannot be manufactured. Anointed one. This is also where supernatural transfer becomes practical and tangible. Ideas that once felt distant begin to feel reachable. Plans that lived only in prayer start taking shape in action. Resources align not in excess, but in sufficiency. I have learned that God rarely overwhelms his people with provision all at once. He releases what is needed at each step, so we learn to walk with him instead of racing ahead. This rhythm protects you from burnout and preserves joy. Chosen one, pay attention to how fear has lost its grip on your decisions. You may still feel uncertainty, but it no longer paralyzes you. You may still face risk, but it no longer controls you. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement in obedience despite it. God is teaching you how to move forward while trusting him to stabilize what you cannot control. That is a sign of maturity, not recklessness. Anointed one. There is also a quiet confidence rising in you now. Not arrogance, not pride, but certainty. You are no longer trying to convince yourself that things will work out. You sense it at a deeper level. This knowing is not emotional hype. It is spiritual memory. Scripture reminds us that faith grows by remembering what God has already done. You have survived seasons that should have broken you. That survival is not accidental. It is proof that heaven has been invested in you all along. Chosen one. Relationships continue to clarify in this phase. You are recognizing who is aligned with your future and who was connected only to your past. Some connections will fade without drama. Others will deepen without effort. Let this process unfold naturally. Not every ending requires confrontation. Sometimes God simply removes what no longer fits so you can walk lighter. I have learned that clarity in relationships often arrives after clarity within. Anointed one. Discipline becomes easier now, not because life demands less, but because clarity reduces resistance. You know what matters. You know what drains you. You know what strengthens you. That awareness guards your energy. Discipline rooted in fear feels heavy. Discipline rooted in purpose feels light. You are stepping into the lighter kind. This will protect you as responsibilities increase. Chosen one, finances and provision may begin to reflect this internal stability. Decisions around money feel less reactive and more intentional. You may still have goals, but they no longer come with anxiety attached. This calm is not complacency, it is wisdom. God is teaching you how to manage increase before it fully arrives. I have learned that peace around provision is often the doorway to greater provision itself. Anointed one, consistency matters deeply in this season, showing up when no one is watching. Following through on what you commit to, staying faithful in what has already been placed in your hands. These are not small actions, they are spiritual investments. Heaven multiplies consistency faster than intensity. You do not need to impress God, you need to remain faithful. Chosen one, comparison may try to resurface here, especially as you see others moving quickly or receiving visible recognition. Resist it. Speed is not always favor. Alignment is. I have watched people rush into opportunities they were not prepared to sustain. God has taken his time with you intentionally. What he is building in you is meant to last, not just shine briefly. Anointed One. There is something important to understand in this phase. You are not stepping into something fragile. You are stepping into something established. The work God has done in you cannot be undone by pressure. Heaven does not reverse what it has finished. Walk forward with humility, confidence, and trust. You do not need to rush. You do not need to force. You only need to remain aligned. Chosen One. This is not the moment to look back in doubt. It is the moment to move forward with quiet assurance. Everything you endured had purpose. Everything you released made space. Everything you learned prepared you. What comes next will confirm that this journey was never about speed. It was always about readiness. Or Chosen One. This final stretch is not about arrival as much as it is about embodiment. You are not stepping into something new as a stranger. You are stepping into it as someone who has been shaped, refined, and prepared to carry it with wisdom. What God is releasing now is not a sudden upgrade that shocks your system. It is a continuation that feels strangely familiar because your spirit has already been living here before your circumstances caught up. Anointed One. There is a sacred maturity settling into you. You are no longer asking God to prove himself. You are learning how to cooperate with him. That shift changes everything. When faith matures, it stops demanding signs and starts recognizing patterns. You begin to see how God has been weaving your story together all along, even in seasons that felt disconnected. Nothing was random. Nothing was wasted. Even the detours carried instruction. Chosen One. I want to speak from a place of truth, earned through experience. There were moments when I thought the waiting had disqualified me, when I wondered if too much time had passed. But what I later realized was that God was not delaying me. He was deepening me. Depth is what allows blessing to last. Surface-level breakthroughs fade quickly. Deep-rooted transformation changes generations. You are being positioned for the kind that lasts. Anointed One. This is also the season where gratitude becomes your strength. Not forced gratitude, not denial of struggle, but grounded appreciation. You begin to see how far you've come. You recognize the resilience that was built in you. Gratitude anchors you, so success does not disorient you. I have learned that gratitude protects the heart when things begin to go well, because it keeps pride and fear from taking over. Chosen One, there is a responsibility that comes with alignment, not pressure, but stewardship. God is trusting you with more influence, more clarity, more provision, and more impact. Stewardship means you move with intention, you listen before acting, you choose wisely. You understand that not everything meant for you is meant to be rushed. This discernment is a gift, and it will keep you grounded as momentum increases. Anointed One. You may notice that your prayers are now less about changing circumstances and more about remaining aligned. That is not a loss of faith. It is faith matured. You trust God's ability to handle outcomes, and you focus on obedience. Scripture reminds us that the righteous walk by faith, not by sight. Walking by faith means you move even when visibility is partial, because trust has become your foundation. Chosen One. This is also where legacy enters the picture. You begin to think beyond yourself. Your choices feel heavier, not because they are burdensome, but because they matter. You are aware that what you build now will affect others whether you see it immediately or not. God often elevates people who are willing to think beyond personal gain. You are becoming one of those people. Anointed One, finances, influence, and opportunity may continue to increase here, but notice how your relationship with them has changed. They no longer define you. They serve you. That order matters. When resources become tools instead of trophies, heaven entrusts more. I have seen this repeatedly. God releases abundance where identity is secure because abundance amplifies whatever is already there. Chosen one challenges may still arise, but they will feel different now. They will not shake your identity. They will not steal your peace. You respond instead of react. You pray instead of panic. You adjust instead of collapse. That is not because life became easy. It is because you became anchored. Anchored people are not easily moved. Anointed one, do not underestimate the power of your example. People may never hear your full story, but they will feel the fruit of it. They will notice your calm, your clarity, your consistency. You are becoming a quiet testimony, and that kind of testimony often reaches further than words. God uses lived faith to awaken faith in others. Chosen one. This is also a reminder to remain teachable. Elevation does not eliminate growth. It invites new layers of it. Stay curious. Stay humble. Stay open. I have learned that the moment we think we have arrived is the moment growth slows. God continues to expand those who remain receptive. Anointed one, as you step forward from this point, remember that you are not carrying this alone. God goes before you, with you, and behind you. The same presence that sustained you in difficulty will guide you in expansion. You do not need to fear success, because you are not succeeding by yourself. You are walking in partnership. Chosen one. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new expression of it. You are not becoming someone else. You are becoming more fully who you were always meant to be. Let that truth settle deeply in you. Walk forward with confidence, humility, and trust. Heaven has done its work in you, and now it will continue its work through you. Chosen one, receive this moment with reverence, because this is not simply the end of a message. This is a sealing. This is confirmation settling into your spirit. Heaven has already responded to your prayers, and what God has initiated cannot be undone. You are standing in your exact Kairos moment, the divinely appointed intersection where preparation meets release. Nothing about this is random. Nothing about you is overlooked. The shift you sensed was real, and the alignment you feel now is the evidence that heaven has already moved ahead of you. Anointed one. I want you to breathe deeply and let this truth anchor you. You are not waiting for permission. You are not waiting for validation. You are not waiting for the right conditions. God has already marked this season as yours. What is unfolding now will not require you to force doors or explain yourself. The favor attached to your obedience will speak on your behalf. What heaven opens will open smoothly, and what heaven closes will no longer demand your energy. Chosen one, a supernatural transfer is already in motion, not only in resources, but in authority, clarity, peace, and confidence. What you are stepping into is not fragile. It has been fortified through endurance, patience, and surrender. Every season you survived prepared you to carry what is coming without losing yourself. You did not go through the fire to barely make it out. You went through it to be refined, strengthened, and positioned for what now lies ahead. Anointed one, let your heart remain aligned with gratitude. Gratitude will keep you grounded as doors begin to open. Gratitude will guard you from fear as momentum increases. Gratitude will remind you that this journey was never about proving your worth, but about becoming ready to steward what God always intended to give you. Stay humble. Stay teachable. Stay sensitive to the quiet leading of the Spirit, because guidance in this season will come through peace, not pressure. Chosen one, I speak blessing over every area of your life. Let your mind be guarded by clarity and truth. Let your body be strengthened and restored. Let your finances come into divine order and flow. Let your relationships align with purpose and assignment. What once felt delayed is now aligning with precision. What once felt heavy is lifting. What once confused you will soon stand as undeniable confirmation of God's faithfulness. Anointed one, walk forward with confidence, not arrogance. Walk forward with boldness, not haste. Walk forward knowing that heaven is not testing you, but trusting you. The same God who sustained you in silence will guide you in visibility. The same God who taught you endurance will now teach you stewardship. You are not entering a season of chaos. You are entering a season of clarity. Chosen one, protect this word. Carry it with faith. Let it shape your decisions, your posture, and your expectations. You do not need to announce what God is doing. Fruit will speak. Peace will speak. Consistency will speak. Remain faithful in the small moments and obedient in the quiet instructions. Heaven is still speaking, still guiding, still aligning. Anointed one, if this message resonated with your spirit, stay connected. Not out of habit, but out of alignment. Share it with those who are hungry for truth. Comment as a declaration of agreement if your heart is led. Subscribe as a point of connection if your spirit feels confirmed. Let everything you do from this moment forward be intentional and anchored in faith. Chosen one, go forward knowing this with certainty. God is not finished with you. He is unfolding you. What comes next will not confuse you, rush you, or break you. It will confirm you. Walk in peace. Walk in faith. Walk in alignment. Heaven has already gone before you.